What's up, lovely people? First off, I want to thank you so much for coming and supporting me on my first ever episode on YouTube. It's so exciting. I am incredibly terrified because when it comes to being techie, it certainly is not my strong suit. So I'm really surprised that the computer hasn't broken yet and my husband isn't running in here trying to fix it for me, because generally that's how this goes. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and get started. First, I want to introduce myself. I am Dakota Brendel, a Coast Guard veteran, the mother of 2 beautiful children, and the wife of a very loving man. And I have this incredibly fiery passion for communication. Okay, so on this platform, we're going to talk about that a little bit. But I do want to tell you the reason behind me wanting to get up and start this channel and have this episode and talk about communication specifically, aside from just the fiery passion. Okay, although that's very important. So first, it's to facilitate a platform of safe, honest, open, and healthy communication. This is important and vital to being able to hear the voices of another person, and we learn so much in doing so. Also, it's to raise the voices of those who felt silenced and scared due to their culture, skin color, education level, and so on. In my opinion, this is unacceptable. People have a voice, and there are so many diverse and beautiful minds with wonderful ideas, and it has nothing to do with what their skin color is, what their culture is, the music they listen to. Those should be things that inspire us, help us learn, and transmit different energies, understand different ideas, and just be able to go from one culture to the next and embrace how incredible the human race is. Okay, so without further ado, I do want to ask a few questions and go into a few ideas. So I will make this brief, I will make this short, and again, I really appreciate you taking the time to go through this with me. So first, I really believe that defining something helps kind of set a base and set a standard. So first, how do we define communication? So think about that. For me, it's a way of transmitting information, right? From going from one point to the next point. It's a way of learning, gathering information, and trying to understand the world that we live in. Okay, so communication is wonderful for that, in my opinion. Now, if you ask my husband, that is not what he would say. Although, it's not that far off from saying that we communicate and transmit information. I feel like, who knows, maybe you have a different idea. So please leave those comments down below. It's very much appreciated. The next thing is, how do we communicate? It's endless. There's so many ways. I mean, nowadays, we've got Twitter. We've got Instagram. We've got Facebook. And right now, I'm talking to you on YouTube, right? This is a portal. This is a way of being able to stream our conversations, ideas, and communicate, right? So how do we do it? We do it through wine. I work in the wine industry here in the Valley of Walla Walla, Washington. And I see people all the time coming in and communicating through the wine. They communicate their memories, their past, their futures. They build and dream, all with a little sip of wine. Food, right? I mean, who doesn't love a good potato chip? I certainly do. However, food is a great way of understanding and communicating with each other, right? And understanding the culture of someone else. So if you appreciate things like tacos, or you appreciate things like fried chicken, appreciate the people who made it, right? Understand where it came from, what inspired it. You might really be surprised, but you have to ask yourself, how do we communicate? See, it's like chokes me up. I'm so passionate about it because it's so incredibly important. Okay, I'm getting on a tangent here. So why does it help us? It connects us. It brings us together. It gives us a different perspective of the world that maybe we never thought about before. It only helps to help grow, right? Our futures, the human race, and overall the world that we live in, okay? So what can we learn, right? We can learn the story of another person. We can learn the systems that interconnect us and bring us together on this one planet for which we live. Although, who knows? Maybe we'll find another planet someday. Who knows? Mars isn't too far away, right? Oh, I'm not that good at that stuff. I'm not sure I'm going to be the first one to jump on that ride, but hey, it is what it is. I love the world that we live in, and I love the people who make the world that we live in. So let's listen to everybody, and trust me, that's as important in communication as anything else. Okay? So think about that. Now, I just want to leave you with this final statement. Okay? This is my call to action because I believe communication is so incredibly vital to overcoming and finding solutions to the problems that we're facing today, what we faced in the past, and what we will face in the future. So how will we overcome these obstacles that are holding us back? How? Communicate, listen, and learn. If you do anything else, just listen, because you might be surprised in what you hear. So again, thank you for listening to me. There is more to come, stories to tell, people to raise. I'm so excited to go through this journey with you. And again, thank you for learning with me, Dakota Brindle, and again, communicating. So let's start communicating. I'm so excited. Have a good one, folks.